Hey agents, I wanted to go over the last state of the game. Normally I'll splice up their official video to condense it a little bit, but I feel that time-wise, those videos still end up being a little bit too long. So I'll relay the info instead for time's sake. So the first order of business and main topic was that certain accounts are suspended for a week. Those accounts will also have their character data rolled back to the 17th of March. For those of you that didn't know, there was a glitch making the rounds on YouTube where you could interact with a turret over and over and drive the amount of damage your guns did up pretty high. The developers became aware of this around March 17th, and there was a little bit of back and forth between the developers patching and then the exploiters finding a way around, developers patching again, and more workarounds, until finally last Friday there was a patch that seemingly fixed the problem. And I say seemingly because there appears to be a glitch or two that still exists. Well, anyway, after that patch, Massive felt confident enough that they could prioritize their time into punishing the people that were using the exploits. They weren't open, understandably so, about how they picked the people to suspend. Of course, they wouldn't want to show their hand to allow folks an easy way to circumvent the process of finding out how they got caught. But Massive was clear that they did their due diligence with every account to make sure that they were in fact culpable before they involved them in this wave of suspensions. And I say wave because with other similar glitches still in the game, I would expect Massive to punish anyone else that systematically abuses those exploits in the future. Of note, if those currently suspended players were to land on a second offense, Massive is floating around the idea of permanently banning those particular accounts. While not giving a total number of accounts affected, Massive did want to emphasize that percentage of players on suspension was not as significant as was being shared around Reddit and other social media platforms. Moving on from the tough news, they segued into the title update number 8.5, which is slotted for release this coming Tuesday. I won't go through everything, but you can either pause the video as I scroll through the patch notes and take your time and read it on your own. Along with the bug fixes, like not being able to revive teammates and strikers' gear set talent stacks not working, a few of the features are the ability to reset control points. Right now, if you capture them, they stay green and you can't refarm them, unless you're replaying the control points that were in yellow and were attached to the seasonal manhunts. The way you would reset them after the patch would be by changing global difficulty. Now, while Massive admitted that they're happy at the most recent enemy changes that they worked on, which adjusted health and armor pools, as well as their damage output, this update would continue looking at what they termed outliers of NPC-related overtuning. Changes would target around warhounds, Black Tusk support stations, and etc. Changes would also include how things like fire, poison, gas, truce and explosive ammo affect our characters. Basically, anything that can kill us without a chance to counterplay or respond is an area they want to work on. Nothing should technically be one-shotting us. There is a change plan for exotics and talents to make them more viable as well. There will also be nerfs of sort coming, either to correct overtuning or due to things not working as intended. On the latter, there's a build that utilizes the classic M1A with a focus talent chest piece and a Crusader shield. Technically, focus should be used while via a scope, and the setup works around that. They're going to change that around. They also spoke about named items, Fox's player knee pads, contractor gloves, and Hollow Man mask just being far away the best in slot choices, mostly because the numbers for their bonus attributes is just too much. Tuning them down a little bit may help with some of the build diversity, and that's the plan. There were a few buffs mentioned, like assault rifles getting an increase to their health damage. The named item Punch Drunk will increase headshot damage, and named item Claws Out will be changing to a skill tier core attribute by default, along with pistol damage and a bonus of 500% melee damage. We did get an early surprise. Although it was slotted to be revealed next week, they impromptu let us know that raid gear, set chest and backpack pieces, normally reserved for dropping only within the raid, would have the ability to drop anywhere. This includes Aces and Eights, Tip of the Spear, and Negotiator's Dilemma. And there will also be another title update coming later in April, titled Update 9, where exotics will be looked at and changed for any underperformance issues. The State of Game news portion wrapped up by reminding us that Season 1 has opened, and the new manhunt target is Venus. Now, for the first 15 levels gained while this manhunt is active in the first week, you'll get double XP bonus. Concurrently with that new manhunt target, a new apparel event has also opened up titled Urban Jungle. That will run 3 weeks, and keys to open up those event caches will be granted every 4th level that your Shade Watch upgrades. This is all given that you have the Warlords of New York expansion and are at level 40. There are 4 total uniform sets, and once you complete all the sets, you get rewarded with this mask. I appreciate your time, agents. Let me know in the comments if you prefer this way of delivering state of the game versus splicing up their official video. I don't think I've asked before, but if you enjoy the channel's content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and to stay alerted for any and all future videos, click the notification bell. Until next time, agents, end entry.